Why Braille? Before Braille, most blind people were illiterate. They could not independently read or write. The first school for the blind children opened in Paris, France in 1785. Blind students were taught to read the raised print alphabet by touch. However, very few books were produced in that format, and there was no way that they could write something down and read it back. A young French boy injured his eyes while playing in his father's leather shop and became totally blind at the age of 3. When he was 10 years old, he was sent to the school for the blind in Paris. He learned to read the raised print letters by touch, but became impatient at how slow it was and frustrated that he could not write down messages and then read them back. 5 years later, at the age of 15, he created a new tactile format using a system of dots. It was revolutionary because a blind person could now both read and write using this new system. This boy genius, of course, was named Louis Braille, and the system that he invented just a little over 200 years ago is now used daily by tens of millions of blind people all over the world, in school, at work, while traveling, at meetings, in the kitchen or library, to choose the right medication or vinyl record album. Braille is everywhere, but is it still relevant? We have talking phones, talking computers, talking thermostats, talking microwave ovens, talking labels, and AI applications which can quickly read information to us and describe verbally the environment. So why do we still need Braille? Well, why do we still need print? Braille is literacy. What does that mean? Very simply, it means being able to know the correct spelling of words, people's names, foreign cities, and medical terminology. If I am spelling words as they sound to me, what do I mean if I write Newmonya? Pneumonia, of course. And what about these? Ordurve, Ahtray, or Booteak, hors d'oeuvre, entree, and boutique. For the longest time, I thought the popular restaurant which sells chicken sandwiches was spelled Chick-fil-A. That's how it sounds. Here's one more auditory exercise. What does this sentence really say? Sound it out. The prince wore one flower and 8 rings. As he bowed, the old queen rose, sighed, and blew her nose. Okay, so Braille means literacy, but why else is it relevant? Because it means independence and privacy, allowing blind people to do things for themselves, like read their bank statements, prepare a meal, or locate a restroom. Braille is relevant because it means equality, allowing blind people to perform better in school, work, games, and other social interactions, like working on a computer, playing cards, or reading bedtime stories to their children. Research supports the claim that Braille proficiency increases employability for blind people. A 2013 study by Bell and Mino reported that Braille readers were employed at a higher rate than visually impaired adults who did not read Braille. A 2018 study by Bell and Silverman reported that people who used Braille at least weekly were more likely to be employed than those who did not. The total number of students reported in the annual registration of students with low vision in Texas this year was 10,853. Shockingly, of these, only 732 blind students, that's just 6.7%, use Braille as a reading medium, and less than half of them use it as their primary reading medium. Access to higher education, career training programs, and employment opportunities for blind and low vision students depend upon literacy, and Braille is that vital key to literacy and independence. Learning Braille later in life is both possible and practical. It can be used to label spices in the kitchen, medications in the medicine cabinet, and clothes in the closet. It is one more useful tool for independence. Celebrating this year its 25th silver anniversary, the Braille Revival League of Texas is dedicated to its mission to preserve, promote, and value Braille as an essential mode of communication for people who are blind or who have low vision. The Braille Revival League of Texas is an affiliate of the Braille Revival League National Organization and an affiliate of the American Council of the Blind of Texas. What do? We send letters in Braille encouraging students in Texas who participate in the Braille Challenge competition and provide certificates of congratulations to the winners. We present an exhibit each year at the ACB of Texas State Conference Convention on why it is important to learn and use Braille, no matter your age. We make presentations at conferences, libraries, schools, and other public gatherings to demonstrate the reading and writing of Braille, to show why Braille is valuable to people who are blind. We conduct statewide in-person and virtual membership meetings where we share information with members and play fun Braille word games. We adapt greeting cards with Braille to share with children and adults who are in the hospital, to raise their spirits and expose them to Braille. We work to demystify Braille in the public square and advocate before the state legislature, government officials, healthcare and other service providers, educators, and parents of blind children to help make Braille more available to more blind people across Texas. In the words of Helen Keller, we the blind are as indebted to Louis Braille as mankind is to Gutenberg. These raised letters are precious seeds from which has grown our intellectual harvest. Without the Braille dot system, how incomplete and chaotic our education would be. Like a magic wand, the 6 dots of Louis Braille have resulted in schools where embossed books, like vessels, can transport us to ports of education, libraries, and all the means of expression that assure our independence. Braille truly matters, and Braille literally gives feeling to words. Visit our website at www.brloftexas.org.